Hello, welcome to another episode of E-Training Guides. Today we're going to be talking about upgrading SCCM to 2010. So, talk about some of the requirements. The requirements for the SCCM 2010, you need at least 20 SCCM 1906 or greater. If you're installing from scratch, you can download and start with 2002 and move on from there. You'll need SQL 2012 Service Pack 4, 2016 and 2019 Standard or Enterprise. You need a Windows 80K 2004. It is backwards compatible to the 1903 80K. And then also for the operating system for the primary sites and stuff is Server 2012 R2 or greater. So those are the minimum requirements. And some of the features that's coming with 2010. You can deploy an OS over in CMG using bootable media. Deploy task sequences type to a user collection, improvements to client data source dashboard, support for PowerShell 7 and upgrade PowerShell help, view collection relationships, as well as collection query preview and collection evaluation view, which will be kind of nice so you can kind of see what's going to be in that collection. So I can show you that. Desktop analytics improvements, client health improvements, and enhancements to application and SCCM Admin Center. So that's just highlight a few features that's coming with 2010. I'll put a link in the description below so you can see all of the new features that's coming with 2010. So I just wanted to highlight a few. Again, with that, let's get started. So I'm going to bring my SCCM server over here. All right. Now you go to administration, updates and servicing, and there's my 2010 ready to install. Now, you know, I always like to do the Prereq check first just to make sure. So it's going to be checking the prerequisites. And normally what I like to do is go to monitoring. And you'll see it here shortly. It does take a moment. You can also look at the log files. I've mentioned the log files. So let's go look at the log files that you want to look at. And I believe you want to go to the C. You want to go to the root of where you have your SCCM installed. So there's your Prereq check. And I'll go through and check all of the components. So I'm just going to minimize that. It does take a few minutes to show up, but as you can see, when you go to monitoring, updates and servicing status, and you'll see it right here, and you can show status, and it'll tell you whereabouts it's at. So this will take some time, and make sure it finishes. Okay, as you can see, the prerequisite check has passed, so now we can go ahead and install the 2010. So we're going to ignore that because we've already done that. And now here's an opportunity where you can add additional components or features that you would like to install during this install. I usually just like to enable them and install them later, but if you wanted to do that here, you could, but it will take a little bit longer to add those additional components. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on next. All right, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade without validating. And then I'm going to accept the terms. Yeah, it kind of does its own little prerequisite check anyway, even though, but it's just fine. We all know it's going to pass, and they'll do the installation. As you can see, it's now installing. So it's just monitor it and check it in a little bit. So I give it about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on the size of your environment. Okay, so this took about 30 minutes, and so now you can see that it's installed. So now we're going to, if you go about the console, it's going to, well, close it and then go ahead and upgrade the console to the newer version. Now I did check, I did already have the 80K 2004 installed, so I didn't have to upgrade that. So that was already done from the previous upgrade that I did. So now it's upgrading the console. And once it finishes upgrading the console, it'll automatically open the console again. It'll relaunch the console. Alright, so the console has reopened. And you can see the version is 2010. So that's good. Now this will require the agent to be upgraded. Let's see. What version? Now what I want to do is check. Like you see, it's installed, and the client version will be 9040.1015. So that's going to be the new client version. Again, you can have this. So again, I had to let it relaunch the console, but now it's fine. So as you can see, 2010. And then the next thing you need to do is update your boot image, and then the client needs to be upgraded. So as I mentioned before, let me go back to, again, to administration. I want to do administration. And as you can see, the client version will be 5.0 and then 9040.1015. So that'll be the new client version for 2010. Now, you go to sites, to hierarchy settings, where I wanted to go, and then the client upgrade. As you can see, it'll be client upgrade, and I said upgrade all my clients. Give it a couple days, and you can check this box if you don't want to upgrade your servers automatically. But you know, it's a lab environment for me, so I don't really care. So that'll be fine. And so I'll just let SCCM do its thing with the agent. So now to upgrade the boot images, we need to go into, okay, it took a couple of minutes to I just had to refresh and they're there. So now we're going to go ahead, and I like to start with the 86. And you click on update distribution points, reload, which is fine. And there's the version, client version. And you want to do this to all your boot images that you use in your environment. Go ahead and update that, and then it'll go ahead and distribute the new boot image to all your distribution points. Okay, so I've updated the x86 boot image. So let's just go to monitoring and just go to content status and just see how that one's going. And good. Today's date, so let's go back and do the 64-bit. Update distribution points. Go ahead and reload. Next. Alright, so the 64-bit boot image has been done. Let's check the content status. And we're looking good here. That's great. And I usually like to check a couple other things. Okay, that's fine. That was kind of there before. So everything is looking good. And again, you can look at the, again, it's going to go through and do the upgrade. So like this one's already been upgraded to the new version. So is this. And so there's going to be a few more systems that needs to go through and upgrade. And that's basically it. That's all you have to do to upgrade to the 2010. You know, I'm going to put some articles down from Microsoft down below in the comments section for the components regarding the 80K and some other stuff from Microsoft to look through to make sure you have your SQL requirements, your operating system requirements, and that kind of stuff. So I'll link that below. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.